What's up, friends? If you are popping in, we're going to get started in just a few minutes. I'm just taking a look at a couple of last-minute settings. How's everybody doing tonight? Trying to get my audio sorted out. I don't know why, but the audio was incredibly loud in my headphones. It took me a minute to get that sorted out. If you are just tuning in, feel free to drop me a message in the chat. Let me know how your day is going. Special thanks to some subscribers that I've picked up since the last time that I streamed. Special thanks to Mad Cow Gaming, HD, and Joshua Fine. Thank you guys for subscribing. Tonight's game is Striving for Light, which is a action RPG with a really cool expanding skill tree. I've played Striving for Light Survival, which is a wave-based survival variant of the game, but this is the original game in the series, and I have not played this one yet. So I'm really excited to get into it. It's probably terrible to be playing around with settings while you're live. Hopefully I won't break anything, but if you can hear me okay, if my audio is working great, please let me know in the chat, especially if you can hear the game audio. That's mainly what I'm concerned about. I think my microphone's working fine, but I can't tell if my game audio is coming through just right. It's always a little tricky whenever you swap over to a new game. You see we have slightly different camera angles with the lovely Miss Freya in the background. All right, I think everything is sorted out. So again, if you have any issues with the audio, if you can't hear me or if you can't hear the game, please drop a message in chat and I'll see what I can do to fix that. We are about 2 minutes early, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Tonight we are playing Striving for Light. This is a action RPG. It has some roguelite elements in that you have an expanding skill tree that every time that you select a skill, it opens up more possibilities that are kind of sort of random. And there's, I think, some abilities that let you re-roll and change that skill tree in different ways. I have played Striving for Light Survival, which is a spin-off of this title that is more of a wave-based, kind of like Brotato, kind of like When the Light Dies, which was the game that I streamed on my last stream. Despite the similarity of the names, there is no relation between Striving for Light and When the Light Dies. Completely different games. So yeah, I think we're going to just go ahead and hop into the options menu and just take a look at things. Pretty basic display options. That does have a couple of accessibility features that I like. You can disable camera shake. You can disable damage numbers. Damage numbers are usually pretty good, but when you are dealing with a very, very busy game, dropping the damage numbers off is just one less thing that you have to look at. You have the ability to highlight enemies and highlight projectiles and traps, and to highlight player damage effects. We're not going to mess around with any of these functions right now. If I need to, I can come back and I can adjust them. Just basic audio things. We do have a selection of the Striving for Light soundtrack and the Striving for Light Survival soundtrack, which is a nice feature. I don't really know what the difference is because the audio that I'm hearing right now sounds exactly like the same title song that is in the survival game as well. Key bindings are, all, you can rebind all of them. I think the game does have controller support, but I'm not sure exactly how well it functions with controller. So we're going to go ahead and hop into the game. There are several unlockable characters, but we only have access to the male Unknown Wanderer and the female Unknown Wanderer at this time. The male Unknown Wanderer has some bonuses to melee damage, decrease to projectile damage. The female Wanderer has decrease to melee damage, faster move speed, and more projectile damage. We're going to go with the male just because. There's different difficulty tiers. I think you have to unlock each one. So difficulty tier 2 you unlock by reaching level 60 in difficulty tier 1. So obviously we got just tier 1 to start with. We're gonna go ahead and start our run. Hello, Cass. Oh, Cass is one of my favorite people on Blue Sky, and Cass has just shown up into the chat. How are you doing, Cass? How's it going? So we can move around. I guess we need to go talk to this guy. We can change our mini map. I'm going to keep it up in the corner, and we can zoom in with the mouse wheel or zoom out. Dodge for evading is our space key. I don't know if it showed up on your end. I did get a little bit of a input lag on that, so that's a little funky, but we will talk to this fellow right here.
You have returned, haven't you? Behold, much like moths drawn irresistibly by a flame's allure, they gravitate towards the light and absorb it. They use it to pull us even deeper into the abyss, the darkness we are finding ourselves in. For years, countless fragments of light have been devoured, leaving behind nothing but lingering darkness.
I really like the voice acting.
Something shimmering here at the outpost of Anchoreth, a town shrouded in utter darkness, since the Fallen have devoured all remaining light. If you find a fragment, Anchoreth would be forever in your debt for rekindling our lights.
All right, so I really like the voice acting there. Cass says, doing okay. It's been a long day, waiting for food and watching while delivery comes. What are you eating tonight, Cass? What's dinner? Or whatever meal is in your time zone. Got the ability to smash open jars, which has a very oh, okay. So we can use shift to change between our sword and a wand, which fires out a ranged weapon. It looks like we have a limited number of strikes that is burned down as we use those. Denise K says cat emojis. Yep, that is Miss Freya in the background. Have a practice dummy that we can kind of hit a little bit. So far, the vibe, you know, the narrator down here reminds me of Deckard Cain from the original Diablo game. So there's definitely some Diablo influences happening here. All right, we've got monsters. Oh, big spider. Oh, nobody has arachnophobia. All right, and we can open our skill tree with T. Chinese, General So combo, very basic tonight, but wanted safe food. Chinese sounds really good. I haven't had Chinese in a while. Need to do that soon. So this is the expanding skill tree of Striving for Light. And what you're seeing, all of these nodes are different every run. So if I were to start a new character and the first time I leveled up, I would have a totally different selection of abilities here. And some of them are going to affect my melee ability. Some are going to give me more health. Some will affect energy regeneration. Some of them will tack things onto ranged abilities. As you can see, some of them have an additional endurance cost. I almost pointed at my computer before I realized that you guys can't see what I'm pointing at. So, you know, that's a thing. Some of them increase our attack speed, our dodge regeneration, max endurance, number of additional projectiles, area of effect, and explosive hit. Since we're going for kind of a melee build with this guy, we're probably going to pick this first ability here, but I want to see what some of these other options do. Stats gives us a full breakdown of everything that our character can do. Miscellaneous, different currencies that we can pick up. I'm sure that a lot of this will be explained to us as we move through the game. Different skills that we have available. Skill gems. No idea what those do just yet. There is the ability to do some crafting, so we can modify our base weapon. So we're going to go ahead and grab Scattering Hit. Scattering Hit is going to create scattering projectiles every time we hit an enemy with our melee attack. It is going to increase the endurance cost of our ability, but it will deal some additional damage. And then we hit return, and we are good to go. Yeah, since we have that scattering hit now, if I attack too quickly, I run out of endurance and I can't attack anymore until it regenerates. Are we able to get all of these? You found trinkets. Trinkets can be common and have different colors. There's a little bit of a typo there. Different. Legendary trinkets have color requirements to activate the legendary trinket ability. The bear ornament allows us to transform into a bear, granting us new and powerful attacks. It powers us and our companions. The belt of fortitude increases our max endurance. The elusive ring increases our dodge and dodge rate. An energetic scroll is an offensive trinket that gives us more energy. I think, you know, pretty obviously we need to go for the bear ornament because that just sounds really fun. How do I pick it up? Active ability. Can I get all of them? Oh, I guess I can get all of them. Let's check our controls again because I'm not entirely sure what I need to do. Toggle. Okay, so we go to stats. Hi, Stonehome. How are you doing? We activate that. Oh, okay, cool. Turn into a bear. That is wickedly cool. And is actually surprisingly fast. Looks like it does have a limitation on how long it lasts. I probably should have saved that, but it was still a lot of fun. Stonehome says, eating dinner before our D&D game. Is this set in your Dramaria setting? Giant treasure chest. Got a skill of charge, shard of instability, shard of recast, and dagger of Dead Lucy. Not sure if that's a typo or if it's supposed to be dagger of Dead Lucy. Inscribed message is love, love, love. So it might be Dead Lucy. How do we pick? Okay, we pick it up with that. Axe of No Track X. Okay, this must be, they must have some of these things named after like Kickstarter backers or Patreon backers. How do you change? That's nice. That gives us an axe. Okay, I guess you just select it based on what you're standing close to. Dagger just has a little bitty jab. I think we're gonna go with the axe. It's actually pretty fast. Oh, it does use a lot of endurance though. Maybe we'll stick with the sword for now. The axe does a lot more damage, but it's got a really slow cooldown with the amount of endurance that it uses.
You returned. Oh, thank you for helping us to protect the fragments from the fallen Aodra. However, these creatures are harmless compared to the corrupted monstrosities out there. This portal stone will bring you directly to Ankareth. I will await you there.
All right. So we need to take this portal stone and go to Ankareth. There does not seem to be any way to carry weapons with us. I don't think there's an inventory. What is Pathfinder? Activate a map. I don't know. We'll come back to that later. All right, we're heading to Anchorath. Stoneholm says, yeah, playtesting our Red Keep adventure module. I'm really excited to hear how that playtest goes. The art is on the cover is just fantastic. For those who aren't aware, Stoneholm Games is creating Dramaria, which is a campaign setting. Is it for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition? Stoneholm, you can drop some details in the chat about it if you'd like. I think it's for Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, so we have Unstable Rift. Cannot attack chickens, unlike in Legend of Zelda. Sleeping Dog. Challenge leaderboard, gatekeeper leaderboard, Rift leaderboard. Yeah, it's for the 2014 rule set for Dungeons and Dragons. Tree of Light, legacy level. So these seem to be some ongoing ability. Just another progression format that lets us kind of focus on specific things that we want. Not sure how we access that yet. Does have a co-op mode.
I am Goladir, blacksmith of Anchorath. Times are no longer as they once were. Dark shadows swept over us and robbed us of every fragment of light. I used to forge weapons, real mighty ones, with fragments shimmering with pure light. Weapons so strong, they could split a mountain. They tried to claim the power of those fragments for themselves, but not me, no. I just hammer and meld them fragments together, making weapons that could endure anything. But it's been ages since I last saw one of these shards of light.
I am really liking the voice acting in this game, and the writing's really good too. Yeah, it really is Stoneholm. Stoneholm asks, anyone here switching to 2024 D&D? I have not made that decision yet.
Bring them to me, will you? I will hammer them together and fuse them into a blazing amber of light. Then, wait and see. I will forge you a weapon like nothing your eyes have ever seen before. A true masterpiece from the hands of Goladir.
Right, so if we get 10 shards of light, he will forge us a weapon. Let's see if he has anything else to say.
A few fragments short, I'm afraid. A real mighty weapon demands more. Gather more.
I have not made the decision if I'm going to swap to the new 2024 rule set. I don't think there's enough changes to really warrant it. But if I can find a good deal secondhand on the books, you know, I might pick them up just for collection's sake. But I don't think I'm going to do much for my own Dungeons and Dragons games. You know, I kind of house rule some stuff, and I just don't think it's enough of a change at this point to justify buying a whole new set of books. Not enough. Bork bork from the giant chicken. It would have been really funny if the giant chicken was voice acted too, instead of just saying bok bok. There was a lady standing around somewhere. Where was she? I just passed her. There she is.
Well, well. What do we have here? Another wanderer, it appears. Curiously, the last wanderer on this path took what was left of our light and left us stranded in the shadow. You're different, aren't you? Perhaps you've come bearing the promise of restoration. Or dare I say, to even surpass our former glories. I am Halea, the esteemed scholar of Ankarav, who has perfected the art of extracting both knowledge and power from cryptic scripts.
Stone Homie, hello. Okay, I have to ask this question because this has been bugging the crap out of me on Blue Sky. Stone Home Games and Stone Homie. Are you guys the same guy or are you different guys? Because you're both in my YouTube chat right now, and I've been thinking this whole time that you guys were the same guy, just using like separate accounts. So, what's the deal there? Stone Home Games says feels like a patch. People will take what they want. I suspect. Yeah, that's the way rules updates are. It was very similar in when they updated from D&D 3.0 to D&D 3.5. Eventually everybody swapped over to 3.5, but it took a while. Stone Home Games is Drew. Stone Homie is Chuck. Okay, you guys work together. Y'all have been tripping me up the whole time now.
Procure for me the scattered fragments of light, these shimmering remnants that embody the once existing power. In return, I will bestow you with wisdom, unleashing abilities heretofore unknown, and equip you with skills hidden in the mists of the forgotten.
Okay, so it sounds like she wants us to get some light fragments as well. Maybe this is where we need to go next. Click on a map to open menu for adding and altering mods and activate the map. We don't have any mods at this point, so we're just going to activate the map and use portal. And there's... Okay, we're still in town. Aha! There we go. All right, so we have razor blade traps, freaking giant spiders. I apologize if anybody has arachnophobia. That is a really big spider. Swap to our ranged weapon here for a little bit. Does seem like that's maybe going to be something we have to do more later on, because it's a trinket. Hopefully items do not expire. Time to come to delve deeper has arrived. Okay, so let's see here. Max endurance +1 endurance regeneration. We do like that. But that's different. I don't like that. For you, devouring darkness. Stonehome Games says I have more hours in 3.0/3.5 than any other system. We took what we wanted from whatever. See, this is what happens when I look at chat and I'm not paying attention to things. Devouring darkness. Okay, so it's like we have to survive a couple waves here of these guys. Choose a skill gem: Meteor Cast, Meteor Blow, and Scatter. Your melee attacks have a 30% chance to cast a meteor in a random area in your attack direction, dealing 30 damage and applying a knockback to enemies. Meteor size scales with your AoE size. The same thing for our ranged attacks. And Scatter Cast. We're going to go for Meteor Blow. Let's see. Stone Homie says, this game reminds me of the old ActRaiser style games. Hasn't been good so far. I actually have not played ActRaiser, so I really can't judge that. But so far, yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I played Striving for Light Survival, which is a wave-based survival spin-off of this game. This is the original one in the series, and it's the first time that I played this one. My light is too weak to warm the egg. Let's hit our skill tree because we've got some points and we picked up a skill gem. Select a skill gem, move the skill gem to the desired destination on the outer space of the skill tree. Place the skill gem by clicking. Okay, so skill gem, meteor blow. How does this work? Can't seem to drag it. Oh, okay, I see. We select it and then it bounces off of one of our things. So we're going to place it there. That way we can get our increased attack speed, grab our meteor blow. Shard of Change lets us re-roll some of these nodes. Shard of Exchange, a shard that holds the power to exchange all unused skill nodes of the same type with random skill types. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Let's go with... let's use a Shard of Change on this projectile. That didn't help us any. Change all of the increased angles. All right, so here we go. We got double hit. This increases... you deal an additional melee hit when hitting enemies. Damage scales with your melee damage. The attack size scales with your AoE size. Additional endurance cost 1. But we can grab this node that gives us max endurance. So we'll go with that. All right, let's check our chat. Yeah, graphics are a bit of Diablo and Curse of Isaac. Yeah, it is kind of. Something that's interesting about the game is I think a lot of the art is hand-drawn. They're slowly getting the graphics updated in the game. Stonehome Games says... we'll be here in spirit, people showing up on Discord. Have fun, wobble, and chat. Enjoy your playtest, man. I'm looking forward to hearing how it goes. Stone Homie says, is it a roguelike? It's more of an action RPG, more like Diablo or something like that, but it has some roguelite elements. So yes and no. It has a lot of procedural elements that are different every time you play. This is a soft core mode. There is a hardcore mode that you can play that is a lot more specific for things like that. Gatekeeper. I don't think we want to go to the Gatekeeper just yet. AV64 Dancer says, do you get Remnants of Light to trade for beating enemies? The Remnants of Light, I think, are these shard-looking things up here by my health bar. So far, we have not found any of those. They may be something that we get from defeating bosses. Okay, we definitely need to improve our endurance regeneration. But we just got another skill point, so let's grab our endurance regeneration plus 100%. Yeah, that helps a lot. A sanguine chest. I don't know what the circles here do. Wonder if we have to... oh, they're taking a lot of damage. There's a heart. It's got a counter on it. Okay, I see. We do have to defeat enemies within the circles to open this chest. right, come over this way, guy. Gotta get 3 more. Heart and heart. Cool. It looks like we did pick up one of those remnants of light, so... Okay, we've got a new sword here. It's a great sword. The... uses a lot more endurance, but the range is much, much bigger, and it has a little bit more damage. It's very slow, though. I think we're going to try it. Just because that extra range is really helpful. Okay, so we took that out. The greatsword has a lot more knockback as well. I got a couple more points, so let's see what we can do. We found shards that can be used to upgrade your weapons. You could use them to increase the weapon base damage, add additional weapon stats onto the weapons, upgrade a weapon to a legendary weapon, or change the embedded legendary power of a weapon. So let's go to the crafting tab and see what we can do with that. A shard which holds the power to modify the base damage. Transform weapons into uncommon, rare, and epic versions. Shard of Quality transforms a normal weapon into a legendary weapon, and Shard of Recast changes the power. So, that increases the damage of our greatsword. And let's reforge it from a common ability to a... I'm not sure what quality that is. Maybe that's legendary? Ah, there we go. Okay, so that increased our collect range and our projectile damage. It's not legendary. That's cool. Okay. So we need to... I still want to grab some more... I want to grab some more endurance. And there's another regeneration node up that way. Area of effect. Energy regeneration. Critical chance and critical hit damage. Let's see if we can re-roll this dodge regeneration to something else. Okay, that's really good. That gives us more endurance as well. Shard of Renewal, a shard that holds the power to transform all unused skill nodes into a new skill node. For all new rolled skill nodes, the selected skill, as well as all directed connected skills, will be excluded from the pool of possible skills. I'm going to have to read that like 2 or 3 times to figure out what exactly that means. I think they could maybe do a little bit clearer on some of their language there. There's a shard of light, but we don't want to get hit by the buzzsaw. Stone Homie says, awesome, he has a little dash. Yes, I do have a dash in this game. Stone Homie, did you get to hop into my When the Light Dies stream the other day? I can't remember if you were there or not, or if it was Drew Makes Game, which is also a Drew, except you're Chuck. You're Chuck. Yeah, the other guy's Drew. I apologize if I'm mixing up names. We currently have 7 total viewers, which is the most number of viewers I have ever had on this stream, so thank you guys so much. If you are new to the channel, please feel free to drop into the chat and tell me a little bit about how your day's going. Okay. This is the first stream of yours that you've been able to catch. Well, thank you for being here. I am glad to have you. I'm slowly getting the hang of doing the whole streaming thing. I think this takes us back to town. I don't think that's where we want to go. Maybe. Aodra Arena. Maybe it is where we want to go. Let's see what it does. Okay, this is not town. There does not seem to be anything here, so.
Behold, wanderer, the culmination of your relentless search.
I might be in
Look into
trouble.
the abyss of temptation that unfolds before you. Unmeasurable wealth, powers that could bend the fabric of reality. All this could be yours. Accept my offer. Abandon your vain endeavors and attain wealth and power. Reject my offer and face the wrath of my servants.
Yeah, I think I am in trouble. Cass says, like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell. At 1,000 subs, we go to a SpaceX launch site and wobble a real rocket. My dad is a massive SpaceX fan, and he can tell you all kinds of stuff about them. Stone Homie, I love the weapon prominence in this game. It's always on screen, holding focus, rewarding us with cool weapon designs. Yeah, and I think there actually are a lot of different weapon styles that we'll unlock later on. So let's see if we can survive whatever this chaos is. That was not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Glimpse.
Okay, so it's like a wave-based kind of thing. It keeps going. Okay, so that one, if we keep going, let's keep pushing it. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, do we keep going? It's a weapon. Ripping axe. Applies bleeding effects to enemies. That's nice. Ooh. Tempting, but I think we are gonna push and go for another wave. Try to recast. I gotta be careful and not bite off more than I can chew here. Especially since I don't have a ton of abilities yet.
Does this tempt you? We weave the fabric of night.
Okay, the snail enemy is pretty fun. There we go. Okay, let's see. Skill tree shards. Exchange all unused skill nodes of the same type by random skills. All your conditions deal additional damage on each tick per applied damage stack. A map shard adds a new random modifier to the map. Oof. Ordinary quiver increases our number of projectiles. Shard with the power to undo skill choices which do not interact with other skills. That's pretty nice. I am wary about pushing too far into this because I think we might die. So we're going to go ahead and take our 5,000 experience and gain the...
Do you dare challenge a Yodra? Foolish human. Remember your place. You will never triumph over us, nor will you banish this eternal night. We will rise again. Tomorrow you may yet embrace our offer, or prepare for your inevitable downfall.
She sounds kind of sinister. Tree of Light. We can use light to gain some of these abilities, but I think we are trying to collect them so that we can unlock new weapons and abilities in town. Okay, so that was really, really cool. I enjoyed that a lot. I need to activate my skill tree and apply some stuff. Stone Homie says, I love the weapon prominence in this game. It's always on screen, holding focus, rewarding us with cool weapon designs. Yeah, it really is. And I may have already said that, but you know, things are what things are. What do we want to go for? Let's see if we can re-roll any of these things. A shard that holds the power to transform all unused skill nodes into new skill nodes. So it changes everything that we haven't picked yet. For all new rolled skill nodes, the selected skills, as well as all direct connected skills, will be excluded from the pool of possible skills. Let's just try it and see what happens. Okay, so it re-rolls... It re-rolls a skill node plus everything that is connected to that skill node. Okay, that's not... Yeah, okay. That works. So we can go for some more health. And... summon a permanent melee wolf companion. Heck yeah. Does decrease our endurance regeneration, but you know what? We're gonna go for the pet because pets are cool. Let's see. We don't have anything we can do with our crafting yet. Look at him. We got a wolf buddy. Hi, wolf buddy. I want that for DBD Blood Webs. Is that Dead by Daylight? Because if it is, I have not played that game. My light is still too weak to warm the egg. I think there was another thing over this way. Let's go see. Gatekeeper. Forgot that we can zoom out. All right, Wolf Guy, you go first. He's like hanging back like heck no. Emerald Widow. Oh, there's eggs that are gonna hatch. Cardinal rule of fighting any kind of spider boss is kill the eggs first. Right, that wasn't too bad. First boss down. Got a shard of change. What are you? Energy gem. I mean, we don't really need that. Emerald staff. Each attack summons a spider companion lasting 6 seconds. Yeah, we will take that. Get a whole bunch of spider buddies. They only last for a few seconds, but Denise says, okay, love the wolf buddy. Stone Homie says, all right, time to work. Have a good stream. I will be lurking. Thanks for popping in, my dude. Let's see what's up this way. takes us back to Ankarath. What are you? Pathfinder. Okay, that lets us directly go to open a new map. Let's see if we have any more points. We do. Get some more endurance. See if we can re-roll this health into something useful. Increases our max dodge by 1. That's nice. So this will be a nice little chain because we can hit max dodge, grab some critical hit chance, increase our melee damage by 70%, which is huge. We can grab another wolf companion and increase our double hit. So that sounds like some really cool stuff, and we are definitely going to go that way. All right, we are going to go for Horus. What abilities do we have here? Shard of Chaos. Replace all map modifiers with new random map modifiers. Shard of Augmentation adds a new random modifier to the map. Shard of Transformation transforms a map into a new random map. Let's go with the Shard of Augmentation. Time Warp. Enemies have more health, boss has more health, and the enemies have more move speed. But we get more experience, a higher weapon drop rate, and skill shard drop rate. Let's go for it. What do I do? Activate a map. No. What? Oh. Duh. There's a button there. Use portal. All right, this is the forest map. No. This is not the forest map. What? Oh, that's right. It opens the portal and then we have to activate the portal. We have... Holy crap, that's a big cobra. Yeah, he was a lot bigger than I thought he was going to be. The hitbox on the cobras is a little annoying because you have to hit him in the head and body area, because if you hit him in the tail, it doesn't do anything. These, I think, are traps, so we want to be careful around them. At least they were in the survival game that I played. Oh, y'all saw that, right? That's a big snake. That's a really big snake. Oh wait, we have get our spiders in here and let them deal with the snake. That was a really big guy. Use 3 fragments of light to warm the egg. Let's see what this does. There's a phoenix that we have to fight. Cool. Sword of the Phoenix. Special effects, sets enemies on fire. Doesn't do near as much damage as our greatsword, but I think we're gonna try it. Just because setting things on fire is always fun. Let's do this descent expedition. Use sky gems as fuel to increase descent depth. Increase depth, start descent. You can definitely see the influence of Path of Exile on this game, because this is very similar to the delve functionality in that game. Let's grab... I really need to get some more endurance first before I start trying to do some of these other things. There's a node for endurance right there. Let's grab that one, and then we'll come back for these other ones. Oh. The only problem with having the wolf pet is I keep thinking he's an enemy, and I keep trying to hit him. Thankfully, you can't deal damage to your own pets. I think I should have stuck with the great sword. The Phoenix blade is okay, but it doesn't do near as much damage as I was hoping it would. And it's not setting things on fire every time. There we go. Complete the descent expedition on tier 1. Treasure chest. Shard of instability, shard of quality. Cool. Okay, hold on. Shard of quality was supposed to upgrade something to a legendary weapon, which didn't do anything. I don't know. Okay, maybe that was just a waste, but let's go back to our greatsword. I liked it better than the Sword of the Phoenix. What is this thing? It shows up on the mini-map, but it doesn't do anything. We defeated a treasure goblin. Mirrors your projectile shots to strike another target. That's a really cool ability. It's an active ability. Which we have. We have one to turn into a bear, and I keep forgetting about it. Maybe we'll use that on this boss. Let's do that. Cool. Forest tier 1 defeated. Dagger of Johnny Bravo. Into the frozen plains. We didn't really fully explore the forest map. I should have probably waited. That gives a whole bunch of additional health to enemies and bosses, but it does increase our experience by 40%. hand adds. Okay, we may die here, but we're gonna try it. That last one increases the amount of traps, the size of the map, adds a additional boss. So yeah, let's give it a go. Okay, so we can still finish exploring here, I think. We'll go for it. Oh, that's trap. There does not seem to be any music in this level.
Help me.
Someone's saying, help me. All right, let's grab the increased attack speed. We're gonna go with the increased melee damage. Shard of Conjunction, what does it do? Okay, Shard of Conjunction's cool. It reforges the links between stuff. So that's neat. Deactivate an active ability with right click. Okay, so that way it doesn't affect your endurance cost. Highlight stuff. Ability skills add additional effects to your attacks. When your endurance costs increase, you have to ensure that there's enough. Yeah. Okay, let's go. There we go. That extra damage helps a lot. This game is still in early access, which means that they are putting a lot of effort into updates and changes to the game. No real indication on when it will leave early access, but as you can see, it is still fully playable at this time. The graphics have an interesting style that takes a little while to get used to, but I don't dislike them. They're interesting. You know, they have almost this kind of hand-drawn style to a lot of them. Let's drop a bunch of our spiders. One of the things I do kind of like is instead of having, you know, hit points, you just have a certain number of hearts. Kind of like the old Legend of Zelda games. Ouch. Got a skill gem for Meteor Cast, which we already have, and a weapon called the Sugar Cane. Okay. Don't think we're gonna keep it, but it is interesting. Actually does pretty decent damage, does 15 damage. Uses a lot of endurance though, and the knockback strength is not nearly as good as our greatsword. So overall, it's a downgrade from what we're currently using. Still hearing this guy saying, "Help me, please," but I haven't found him yet.
Help me.
That's a lot of...
Please.
Ouch.
Help me.
A sanguine chest. Let's go grab this heart down here first. There he is.
Help me.
Yeah, I will help you in a second. Let me finish killing the weird crystal snails.
Help me.
There's a couple of people out here, actually. Okay, bear mode is something I need to remember to use more often. Alright, let's go talk to this guy.
Help me! Oh, help me! When I left Ankareth, I was surrounded by these vile creatures.
Oh, these vile creatures that just randomly showed up? Yeah. Oh, we're down to 1 health. Ah! Wait, what happened? Where'd he go? I helped him and then he disappeared because I got out of the circle. I don't know what that means or what happened. Explore new map. Trial of water. Okay. Hello, Wander. My wares are well known. Here you can find everything you need, but there is something you have to pay before. Whoa! And we died. Did not expect him to turn into a crazy monstrosity. So, I don't have enough of these shards of light yet to unlock any weapons. Is that old guy that we just saved, is he in here somewhere? I don't see him on the map, but we haven't fully explored the town yet, so... think we must have failed that mission because we got out of the circle. So that's why we don't have him here. Okay, so we are going to grab some of our points. See what skill gems we have. Piercing blow. Melee attacks have a chance to create a piercing blow which pierces through all enemies in the attack direction. Or another meteor cast. I think we're going to re-roll the meteor cast. It's okay, but I don't think it's really doing a whole lot for us. And that is really good. Endurance regeneration and max endurance. Those are really helpful. Crafting. Our emerald staff is already at max value. That increased our projectile damage again for some reason. Right, so let's hop back into another map and see what else we can do. Oh, it brings us back to the same one. Trial of Water. Balance of the elements lies before you, untouched and harmonious. Sacrifice 3 light fragments to shatter the equilibrium and begin the trial. Sure. Tide Crawler Leviathan. Get our spiders out here. Get water trial completed. Cool. Legendary focus. Projectiles explode on hit, scaling with AoE size. If we do that though, that's gonna... This is a ranged weapon, so we will lose our spiders, and I don't want to do that because I'm really liking my spiders so far. We have a point, so let's grab another ability real quick. We have a lot of endurance regeneration here that we can grab, so let's grab double hit, and then we'll go for this path here. All right, Devouring Darkness. Choose a skill gem. Fissure. Your melee attacks have a 50% chance to create a traveling fissure, which can replicate itself 2 times. Fissure knocks back enemies. Damage is scaled with your melee damage or with skill stacks. Range construct. So these two are both projectile based. We'll go with fissure. Explosive potion. Boom in a bottle. Tycho! Hi Tycho, how's it going? Trigger a huge, massive range AoE explosion, dealing massive damage, but always dealing 1 damage to you. Damage scales with your melee and range damage. But that's another, no, it's an active ability. You know what, we're gonna take that and just swap it out with our bear, just to try something different. No active ability. Equip a legendary trinket. E stats. Oh, I guess we have to have legendary trinkets to be able to make that one work. Okay. Wait, what? Okay, there we go. Tycho says, going good, just been sick though, so haven't been posting on Blue Sky or anything. I hope you're feeling better, man. Being sick sucks. It is kind of the worst thing ever. Okay, let's go to explore new map. Discover the map unlock device to unveil hidden territories. So we gained the ability to access the beach map. Snails are tanky. Feeling okay right now, just need to take it easy. Yeah, I feel that. That was me last night. I was not feeling great, and so I just decided to go for a lot more of a chill night. Let's access our skill tree. We're going to grab endurance regeneration and let's grab another. What? Why can we not pick this one? Oh, because we don't have any more points. That's why. Ow. And we died. So yeah, in softcore mode, there does not seem to be any real penalty to dying, except that it sends you right back to town. But you can go directly back into the map where you died. So not really a problem in softcore mode. If you are playing in hardcore mode, of course, that ends your run when you die. So hardcore mode, with the additions to everything, you know, the skill tree and all that kind of stuff, turns it into a lot more of a roguelike type game. I'm afraid if I get outside of this that it's going... Nope. Okay. That's good to know. The big outer circle are thorns. And if you walk into them, you will take damage. So... Alright, we just need to get 5 more of these guys in these circles. Whew, without dying. There's a heart. Can we get the heart? Yes. Come on, one more. One more. It's got to be within the circle. Whew. Okay, we did it. That was a bit of a doozy right there. Energy scroll, which we don't really care about. And some more points to spend. Let's grab another wolf companion. And let's grab some more energy or endurance regeneration. Tycho says, I started playing Octopath Traveler on my Xbox Series S today, thanks to Game Pass, but mostly been playing Shin Megami Tensei 5 on my PC. Both of those are games that are on my wish list. They're just a little bit out of my price range at the moment, but they both look really amazing, and I've heard so many good things about Octopath Traveler and the sequel. Where are you? Sword of Gion. And that's a short sword. Yeah, they rarely do come down in price. And even when they do go on sale, they're still a little out of reach. It's probably why I play so many indie games, because they tend to be a lot cheaper. See if there's anything that we've missed before we go fight the boss. I don't think there is. Yeah. Okay, so we need to get back to this area up this way. Okay. Gatekeeper, who is it? Oh yeah, we have 2 wolf puppies now. Iron Frost. Whoa. That's a big expanding damage thing. Oh. Cool. Our wolves took care of him. Got some more shards, and let's see. What weapon did we get? Staff of Zuriza. Which just shoots a little doohickey. We're gonna go keep our emerald staff instead. If I can get back on it. There we go. Grab some more. And get some more attack speed somewhere. We'll go up this way. Oh, we have skill gems. Let's see. Shard of Conjunction. There we go. We'll put a linkage to that one, and then we can grab the attack speed here. We'll grab attack speed here. That's a cool one if we were going for a projectile build. Your projectiles are multiplied. Each multiplication stack adds a new shooting direction. That would be very cool if we were doing a projectile build, but we're not. Oh, we have 10 shards, so let's hit to Ankorath and go talk to our buddy Boladir.
Ah, got the fragments, I see. What kind of weapon do you wish to wield?
Can get a scythe with a huge attack range, slightly less damage than our greatsword, and the knockback is not as good. I wish there were a view here that compares it to our current weapon. Dark Staff is a projectile that pierces through enemies, and Darakin's Staff. Projectiles have a 40% chance to unleash a light ray upon hit enemies. Damage scales with melee and projectile damage. We're gonna go with the scythe. Oh yeah, that is some pretty nice range. I think we'll go with that. He does a big sweep like all the way around us. I like that a lot. All right, let's return to the map. And Pathfinder. Let's see. Forlorn lands, tides have turned, nothing remained as it was, even ice began to burn. Adds a new random modifier and a new random modifier. What do we get? An extra boss, 40% enemy health, 90% max health on bosses. Ouch. Enemies deal 2 damage, so that's not great. But look at all the bonuses we got. 80% extra experience, extra light, extra hearts, extra weapons, weapon shards, legendary drops, skill shards, and map shard drop rate. So that is good. We're going to go for all of that. Activate the map, use the portal. It's a little weird that it says return to map when you haven't been there for the first time. I like the volcano turtle guys. This was the merchant that turned into a frickin' giant monster and killed us last time. Yeah, I want to face you, guy. Ouch. He still beat us. One day I'm gonna beat that guy. It's a trial of fire. We've already gotten the trial of water. Ouch. Need to find some hearts. An axe. Is that one? Descent defense. Ah. When the enemies do 2 damage, that's rough. Oh, I guess you have a limited number of lives because we got defeated and it has kicked us out of the run. We obtained 27 echo fragments. Let's see what craft echo does. Echo weapons will be added to the global loot pool and can be found by other players as well when playing online. Oh, cool. That's the when we were seeing items that had other usernames on them and they had messages inscribed, this is what we were seeing. They were special weapons that were created by other players. That is a super cool feature. I like that a lot. So you can change the type of weapon that it is. Very cool. We're gonna go with that. I like that. That looks good. How many shards do we have? Base damage. Oh, we don't have a whole lot of shards. Even increasing the attack range or anything doesn't do much. We need a lot more shards for that. Okay, I'm gonna wait on that, but I'm totally gonna craft some weapons at some point. That'll be cool. All right, so let's go to new run. We have not unlocked any additional difficulty tiers at this point. And we haven't unlocked any additional characters. Okay, so if we had rescued Derrican, we would be able to give him 30 light fragments, and then we would be able to unlock him as a playable character. So each of these characters have their own unlockable things. That is cool. Okay, so we are at about an hour and 30 minutes. I don't think I really want to get into another run of this game, just simply because the first one took an hour and a half, and I don't want to stream for 3 hours. So we'll just kind of talk a little bit more about the game and some of its some of the different things that are going on about it. This is Striving for Light. It is an action roguelite game from Igniting Spark Games. Igniting Spark is a two-man dev team from Germany. I say two-man, it could be two people, I don't know. It is in early access currently. There is also a spin-off game called Striving for Light Survival that doesn't have the story aspect, doesn't have the loot collection type things. It's more of a wave-based, you have to survive for 30 seconds at a time, and then you get to use the same sort of skill tree, and then each 30 seconds you get, you have to go through, I think, 10 waves before you beat the match, and then you can choose to go to like an endless mode where the enemies just keep getting stronger and stronger before you die. I have played Striving for Light Survival. This is my first time playing Striving for Light, which is the original game that came out slightly before. So Striving for Light, like I said, is still in early access. No real indication on when they're going to go to a 1.0 release. It's been in early access for a pretty good while, so I'm thinking that we might see one within the next year, but that's just speculation on my part. Some things that are really cool, they have a lot of interaction for streamers, although you don't have to be a streamer to play the game. You can check out the leaderboard, and we can see I am ranked 76th off of that run. So I am way down here somewhere. There we are, 76. We made it to level 26 in the game, and then we died. So the currently top ranked player is Rethgif, who is level 163. So we have a long way to go, and we can even check out the hardcore leaderboard. The hardcore leaderboard, the top player is JB5th, who has made it to level 156 without dying. So that is really impressive. Excuse me. There's a whole bunch of achievements to unlock. The achievements don't quite seem to unlock a lot of content, as far as I can tell. Although, well, I guess there are some of them. You know, they unlock different characters. But I mean, there are just tons and tons of achievements here. Some of them unlock new maps from the map device. I really like all of the different adventure nodes that you kind of run into in the map. You know, you have the sanguine chest where you have to defeat the enemies within small circles. You have the descent mode where you kind of just keep going deeper and deeper. That reminds me a lot of the different activities that have been added to Path of Exile over the time. You can definitely see the influence of Path of Exile in the skill tree, although the skill tree in Path of Exile is set, whereas in this one it's constantly changing. Just tons and tons of achievements to unlock, so it will take a pretty good while for that. Lots of new weapons. Some of these weapons I don't think have even been added to the survival game, because a lot of them look familiar, but some of them do not. Like the Sun Orb, I'm not sure about. I haven't seen that one before. can play the game in any of a number of different languages, including German, English, Spanish, French, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Polish, Portuguese, Russian, Turkish, and Chinese. All right, so that is pretty much everything I have to say about Striving for Light. The game retails for about $15. I have seen it go on sale a couple times. I have not seen it in any bundles. So I would say, though, for $15, like, there's a lot to do in this game, and I can see myself playing this one for a long time. I really had fun tonight with this. And I'm going to have a good time with the rest of it. So I think we're just going to end stream a little bit early tonight. Tomorrow night, I am streaming another new game. I'm going to be playing Golden Heart, which, if you have ever played King's Field, which was a game, I first played it on the PlayStation, although I think some games in the series have been on a couple of other platforms. Golden Heart is sort of a spiritual successor to King's Field. First person, sword and sorcery adventure type game. So I'm really looking forward to that one. We'll be playing that tomorrow on stream, starting again at 7 p.m. Eastern. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. This is Wobble Rocket, signing off.